your lips are moving, if your lips are moving, if your lips are moving, then you lie, baby. If your lips are moving.
Hi everyone, I'm Martha from Hair with Martha, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make curls using knots. So what you want to do first is brush out the hair and make sure that there are no tangles. Okay, what we're actually going to be doing is doing knots all down the head, and then when we take them out, they'll make really tight curls, which will look really good. So what you want to do to start off by the edge is just tip over the hair to one side, push it out, then take your comb, I've just got my teasing comb, and then section off a running section right next to the ear. So like that. It'll be easier for you to see when I've taken back this hair. So you want to secure the rest of the hair into a ponytail, just to keep it out of the way. Doesn't really have to be that neat. Okay. So now you've got this section which you're going to be doing the knots on. If you want, then you can spray a bit of water on it just to help control it, and it was be easier to work with, I guess. And then just comb that out. What you want to do now is section off a bit at the start of your section. I'm just going to clip this away, just to make sure it's really out of the way. And then split this piece in half. And then you're going to want to tie a knot. So right over left, then put it through the hole. Like that. Make sure it's really tight. What you want to do now is add in a little bit of hair to each strand. Like that. So you've just picked up some hair from each side. Ooh, I'm just going to add a little bit more into this side. Like this. And then you want to tie another knot to tighten it all, like that. Okay, so next you want to add a little bit more hair in to each strand. Make sure it's really nice and neat and there aren't so it's not all messy, because otherwise it'll be really hard to work with. Okay, so make sure, so I've tied another knot, and I'm just pulling that really tight. I'm going to spray a little bit more water on the hair just to make sure it doesn't dry right now, because I'm working with it. Okay, and add in some more hair to each side, like that. Tie a knot. And I'm just going from here all the way down to the end, just adding in hair to each section, making sure it's pulled tight. Adding in hair to each section, and then just tying a knot with those strands to make sure it's really secure. Okay, so I'm just almost at the end of this section, and I've just got a little bit more to add in. And you can see I've just done all the knots and added in hair from both sides. I'm on my last one now, so adding some hair into the left strand and the rest of the hair into the right. And tying the last knot to secure that all. Okay, to finish it off, I'm just going to keep on... Oops. Okay, I'm just going to keep on doing knots with the remaining hair, and obviously not adding any hair in because there's no hair left to add in, but I'm just tying knots until I reach the end, because the more knots you do, the more curly the hair will be. If you just leave that much of hair, then all this will be curly, but then the end will just be straight and it won't look very good. So try to do knots as far down as you can go to make it look better when you do take them out. I think that's the last one I can do really. And then I'm just going to secure that with an elastic. One more. Okay, yeah. And you can see it all goes up like that, but that's fine. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay, now you can section off your next piece. Oops. So just comb back the hair and then section off about the same like size, like width as the first one. Try and make sure that it's straight. Just trying to make sure that it's straight, so then it's all even, and it will make it look nicer. There we go, that should be fine. So then I'm just going to clip and just put the rest of the hair into a ponytail to keep out the way, or just a bun or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to spray water on this, comb it out, and then start the same process I did with the first one. I'm just getting hair, tying it in a knot, one splitting in half, then tying it in a knot, adding in hair from both sides. Okay, so as you can see, I've just finished knotting the hair, and I've just done knots all the way down, and finished off with an elastic, and yeah, so I've just finished that off, and I'm going to leave these in for about an hour, or just as long as you want really, but hour probably minimum. So yeah, I'm just going to leave them in, and then I'll take them out and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, so I've left the knots in for about an hour and a half, and now I'm just going to take them out and show you what they look like. So take the elastic off and just unwind knots very carefully, because you don't want them to damage the hair or anything, so just do it carefully. Okay, so just untangle. Almost there. Okay, so that's the first one. You can see how pretty it is. That's just one, and it just looks so cool. It's not like a perfect, like, coily thing. It's just kind of all jagged and stuff, and that's what I really like about it. Okay, so I'm just taking out my last knotted strip. Yeah, let's call them strips. That's good. So I'm taking out my last knotted strip very carefully. There we go. So I've taken out all of the curls, and this is what the curls look like right now. And if you want them to be a little bit tighter, then I would suggest doing thinner strips of the knots instead of like about that much I did. But yeah, that's completely up to you. I personally like them like this. And you can add an accessory if you want to. I've just got this checkered bow, which is quite nice. And you could just gather a bit at the top. And you could just pin that. if you want to, but obviously that's optional. And I'm just going to add a bit of my Garnier Ultimate Blends oil to make sure that the ends of the hair don't go really frizzy. And I'm just putting like a little bit of that in my hand, so just like one tiny pump, not too much. And just rubbing that together and just through the ends. Just to make sure that the ends aren't frizzy or anything. Yeah, I'm just scrunching that through the hair. Okay, so that is the finished product. Like this. That's it from like the top, and it's really nice and curly. Okay, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up and to subscribe. And follow me on Instagram at Hair with Martha. And I'll see you next week. Bye. Oh, I forgot to mention that I want to do a Q&A video. So could you please like leave questions in like the comments on this video, or if you follow me on Instagram, then leave them like direct message me or leave them in the comments of my post there, and if I get enough questions, then I should be able to do a Q&A video. Okay, so thanks for watching this video, and bye.
Ah yes. Well, looky here, ah, what do we have? Another pretty thing ready for me to grab. But little does she know that I'm a wolf and she's clubbing, 'cause at the end of the night it is her I'll be holding. I love you so, hey, that's what you'll say.